Did Snoop run away from Pac after Pac ran up on him? Suge Knight just did an interview with The Art of Dialogue and he spoke on this exact incident.
So both of these artists was more than just artists to me. They was family to me. So when we got, downstairs, Pac took off on Snoop. Pac ran up on him, did what he did. Snoop ran this way, Pac running behind him. I stopped it. We ain't finna be doing all this in New York, making us all look like we some idiots. I said, we'll have this conversation when we get to the house. We used to call the studio the Red Room. So whatever problem it is, we go in the studio and anybody fight, they fight. Once people walk out that door, it's over.
So according to Suge, this all took place after Snoop Dogg went on Hot 97 and said he had no issues with Biggie or Puff. Y'all remember that? He said all of this in the middle of the East Coast and West Coast beef, while Pac was going hard on Puff and Biggie. Now, obviously at the time, this caused some tension. Snoop has even spoken about this incident many times before, and I'm sure some of you have seen the scene in the Tupac movie where it shows exactly how this incident went down. Because as the movie shows, there was so much tension between the two that Snoop Dogg was on the plane with Suge and Pac, and he had to have a fork and a knife just in case anything went down. But from what Suge Knight is saying, that never really happened.
Got to the private plane, I tell Pac, save the place for all this. Let's just get to the house and y'all have that conversation later. But Snoop never got on the plane and grabbed no fork or no knife and came by Pac and banged on him and all that type of stuff. Never happened. Pac can call every person now pretty much on death row. Not none of the homies and definitely not me, for his artists. And they all know they turned it down.
Suge also said that Pac especially felt the way because after Snoop Dogg's video got shot up in Brooklyn, Pac was riding hard for Snoop. And he expected Snoop to have the same sort of loyalty towards him. So who knows what the real story is? We've all heard this story before, but now this is another layer to that story coming from Suge Knight's perspective. Now, I don't know what Snoop and Suge's relationship is right now at this moment, because I've seen Snoop big him up in mad interviews recently, especially since Snoop purchased Death Row Records. So I don't know if they really cool or not, or maybe Suge is just keeping it real. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you believe what Suge is saying? Or do you believe the Snoop version of events, the events that we've heard all of these years? Y'all let me know in the comments. Shout out to all the yo-yas on the east side. It's your boy KD. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here.